old are you?
We do not allow you to follow us home.
But I can't say it's paranormal. I need 100% proof.
I just heard footsteps back there in the hallway.
If you want us to leave, turn it back on and we'll go ahead and leave.
I'm close by where he was murdered. It didn't work. I could swear I heard something.
Ooh, got something right there.
But let me be the first to say this. Faking paranormal activity is not a style nor a form of investigating the paranormal. What's up, guys? How's everybody doing tonight? We're going to wait till a few more people show up. How's it going? We're doing good. How you doing? We're just going to wait for a few more people to show up, and then we'll go ahead and get started. Thank you for stopping by tonight. I appreciate it. Hello, SH from Australia. Thanks for stopping by. We're just waiting for a few more people to show up, and we're going to go ahead and get started, okay? We're doing good. How are you doing? If we don't have anybody else show up here in a second, we're just going to get started anyways. We're trying to make up for last Saturday, for missing last Saturday. And we're going to be doing another live show next Saturday. So, yeah, hopefully we do have a better 2021. To let you guys know what the show's about tonight, basically, we're going to be talking about a few things. Lately, there's been a lot of talk lately about paranormal investigators calling themselves professionals. And is there such thing? Well, the truth of the matter is we're going to be talking about it tonight. And we'll get into that a little bit, and what the difference is. So, And then also, I wanted to respond to a couple people who were upset about the video I posted recently about Omar Gosh and all them. So, but ultimately, thank you everybody for showing up to the scary ass Saturday live shows, makeup edition. So we're just trying to make up for last Saturday for missing it. Let's see. One question I was asked recently was, I tell people I've been investigating the paranormal for over 20 years. And people ask, is it my job? Has it been my job for 20 plus years? No, it's not. Investigating the paranormal is a hobby. That's what it is. It's a hobby. I did it to start helping families who needed help, and I did it as a hobby. You don't make money off of paranormal investigating. And if anybody out there is charging families to investigate their home when they call them for help, 9 times out of 10, they're frauds. Not once have I, nor any society I've ever been affiliated with, ever charged anybody to investigate their home. But this is strictly a hobby. We do this on our own time. This is not a job. If you really want to know what I've been doing for 23 years while I was investigating, I was a chef for 23 years as well as investigating. I was a chef. I worked at many different restaurants as a kitchen manager, head chef, and sous chef. So, but that's what I've done for, the 20 plus years I've been investigating on the side. As for people who think that I'm the bully for posting the video I just recently posted, she doesn't know about some of these comments that we've gotten, but a few viewers had said that I was the bully. I'm a little bit flabbergasted at the thought that someone would think that I'm the bully because I'm stating my opinion. I didn't come after anybody. Maybe I did on Angry Cajun, but if you've ever seen Angry Cajun, you know that guy deserves it. But I never went after anybody in that video. At the beginning of the video, I gave a number for people to call who's at a bad place, who really feels like they're at rock bottom, like they have nowhere else to turn. No one's listening to them. No one's there for them. They're suicidal. I put the number up there for that. I know what it's like. I'm not going to get into the details because my kids might be watching this, but I know what it's like firsthand. My kids were bullied, and they said some things that, as a father, hearing your son say at 9 years old, I have twin boys, when you hear them say certain things at 9 years old that you don't want to hear anybody say throughout their entire life, it really hits you. And so the reason I did this video was a lot of it had to do with the bullying aspect of it. But also, Omar and Jody and all them, they put this video out in the public. So once you put it out in the public, it becomes the public's opinion of what's real, what's not. I put my opinion out there, just like anybody who comments. If anybody comments, they comment their opinion, and they have a right to do so. Just like I have a right to post up a video on my channel stating my opinion. It's as simple as that. I'm not bullying anybody. There was one person, a couple people actually thought that I was talking bad about Omar and Jody, and I don't really understand where they got that from, because of the fact that, well, I took Omar and Jody's side. One person even stated, I've listened to you for 5 minutes, and I'm not going to listen to the rest of you because you're the real bully. You ain't no better man. Omar's a good man. Jody's a good man. Yeah, I never said they weren't. Maybe if you watch the entire video, you would understand that. But I'm perfectly okay with people stating their opinion. I don't have a problem with that. Even Angry Cajun came in there and gave his opinion to someone else who had commented about him. Though I didn't see Angry Cajun comment on the video per se, but just to someone else who was commenting. And even if Angry Cajun came in there and commented, I would have been fine with it. You know, I respect everybody's opinion. We don't have to agree. That's the thing. I said in the video that Jody might do some things that I don't agree with, and he might have a style that I don't agree with. It doesn't mean we can't get along. That doesn't mean that at all. Do I think that Omar is a bad guy? No, actually, I think he's a pretty decent guy. I don't have anything to say that that guy is a bad guy. I don't have anything to say that Jody's a bad guy. So for people to come in there and bash everybody else who liked the video, or, you know, I mean, I even had Omar's fans come in there respectfully and agreed with me. And then I had his, I would call them, I guess, fanatic fans, come in there and really bash everybody. So, thank you, Kathy. I appreciate it. Overall, I just want everybody to know everybody's entitled to their opinion. If you are commenting your opinion. I was told that I need to keep my opinion to myself and back off right after they told me what they thought of me. So yeah, it was okay for them to, you know, comment with their opinion, but I wasn't allowed to put my opinion. That's the hypocrisy that starts all this drama in this field. And it's enough. I don't care if anybody comes in and comments. I don't delete comments either, unless you are, you know, being verbally abusive, or, you know, if I come across anything that's pornography, I'll delete that. But if you're not being verbally abusive, then I don't really have a problem with anybody coming in and disagreeing. So I don't delete comments. If you comment on our channel, your comment usually stays there 9 times out of 10, unless you become verbally abusive, or unless you're, you know, sharing porn sites. Other than that, I like Omar. I have a lot of respect for Omar. No, I don't want to collab with the guy, not because I don't like him, but because we have two different styles of investigating. What we do is we do full-on investigations. We go to places and we investigate fully. He does, and Omar's admitted he's never called himself a paranormal investigator, and he's right. He likes to go there and just see if he could get some evidence, and he likes to film what he's doing, and that's it. We have two different styles. So when we go into an investigation, we like to go in there a scientific probe, and we like to debunk things. You know, people look at ghost hunters, and they look at ghost adventures, and they said, oh, well, these guys are the same. No, they're not. Zach Bagans likes to go into places to prove ghosts. Jason Hawes, when he was on Ghost Hunters, now it's Ghost Nation, but him and Steve, they like to go in there and find logical explanations. And if they're left with evidence of spirit activity, then they'll present that. They're totally two different styles of investigating, and I'm perfectly okay with that. That's why I don't want to collab with Omar. Not because I don't like the guy. I like Omar. I like watching Omar's videos. I think that he's very good at editing. He's very good. He's a good entertainer. Same thing with Jody. When I first started watching Jody's videos, I didn't like it. But I've grown to like it because recently Jody Dean had done something that, what's up, Miss Doggy, Lucky Life? Good to see you here tonight. Eric, what's up? Jody Dean, when I first started watching Jody Dean, I didn't like him. He had a style that I wasn't vibing with. I wasn't connecting with it. I didn't understand it. But recently Jody Dean did something, and I'm not going to get into details what he did, but I have mad respect for him for doing it. And because of that, I actually enjoy watching his content now. I look at it as entertainment, and that's why I enjoy watching it. But I think a lot of people, you know, think when I say I don't want to collab with Omar, they take it as, you know, I'm just bashing on Omar. That's not the case at all. I have mad respect for Omar. I really do. I don't have it recent Something's going on. There we go. Thank you, Georgina. I appreciate it. And Miss Doggy's Lucky Life said, I've witnessed paranormal at my home and still try to look for logical reasoning behind it. Yes, that's kind of what we do. We want to find the logical explanations. We can't jump into everything. We can't do that. Even Wacky Witch, she's a skeptic. She approaches everything as a skeptic. And if she's going to approach a situation as a skeptic and she can't find any logical explanations, and she's left with, okay, is it a ghost? Is it a spirit? Well, that's what Jason Hawes does, and that's the style that we take the approach with. You know, we go in there, we try to find some logical explanations. If we can't, then we have to go look at what the evidence presented to us is, and that's how we investigate. I don't have nothing against Omar. I don't have nothing against any of these guys that were on the video. What I have anything against is bullies. I don't like them. I've never really watched Patty or her channel or the G team or even her daughter's channel. I've never watched any of them. I've seen a couple videos with Omar and them. I didn't like her attitude then, and I didn't really care for, you know, her videos, so I didn't watch them. If I don't like somebody, I'm not going to watch them. Simple as that. Hi, Sunny Days. Florida. And yes, Miss Doggy, you are absolutely right. What's up, Keith? Jody has changed his style to being more empathetic towards the spiritual side, and it's actually wonderful to watch him now. That is one of the changes that I have seen Jody make, is he's taken a different approach when it comes to interacting with alleged spirits that are around him. So I have respect for that. Whether they catch spiritual activity or not, I'm not going to judge. I'm not going to say. If someone proves that it's not real, that's one thing, but I'm not going to say otherwise. I'm not a debunking channel. That's the other thing too. Some people came in here and commented and mentioned that, you know, hey, you know, I can't believe you're siding with the fakes. You know, you're a debunking channel. I'm not a debunking channel, okay? And I'm not siding with fakes. And this isn't about faking content or not. This is about being bullied. And the links that this woman went to bully them, though I think it could have been handled differently. That's just my opinion. I agree with Omar and Jody and all of them. They had to do something, and they did it. So it's as simple as that. I have nothing against these. So, James, yes, you finally made it. I've been waiting for you so we could get into talking about this. Miss Doggy's Lucky Life. No, Patty is just going through a horrific reality right now, and it's time to let her heal and grow. You know what? You're absolutely right. You know, a lot of people don't know what it's like to lose a child. I don't know what it's like to lose a child, but I did see firsthand when I was 14 years old, when my brother was shot and killed, what my parents went through. And it's nothing that I wish on anybody. I really don't. And so I will say that, you know, some people are able to pull out of it and some people aren't, without the help, without the professional help. And I think that she needs some professional help. She really does. She needs to be able to get over what she's gone through. And I'm not saying that's an excuse for her behavior. There is no excuse to being a bully, but there usually is a root of a problem behind it. And I think that's her root of her problem. So the root of her problem. So you got Kathy saying saw her fall. She blamed it on a ghost and you could tell it wasn't. That was the end for me. Yep. You know, I mean, her coming out claiming that all these other YouTubers were fake. I found that ironic, you know, I really did. And then, you know, you had the interviewer who was about as biased as can be. I mean, it didn't look like, you know what? It did not look like, it it did not look like an interview on Patty and the situation. What it looked like was two buddies sitting down shooting the shit. That's what it looked like to me. There was no, I mean, it was strictly all bias. Everything she said, he agreed, and that was it. And so I can't, you know, I don't even know how people could even call that an interview. It wasn't. It was literally two buddies sitting down shooting the shit. Miss Doggie's lucky life. I'm not making excuses for her, but I know her personally, and she truly otherwise would not have done all this to all of us who do love her. You know what? And you might be right. I don't know her personally. And like I said, I've seen firsthand what happens to people who lost a child, and you know, it really can do some damage to people. And so I'm not saying that I don't know her personally, so I'm not saying that she wouldn't have done this or she would, but you know her personally. You probably have a better idea than I do. Louis, what's up, Louis? He said scripted interview. I agree, 100% scripted, 100%. They even mentioned in the beginning that, you know, he asked her a question. He's like, "Oh, I know you just told me, but go ahead and tell the viewers." So you know that they had talked about this interview before they actually went on live or started filming. And so, you know, it was scripted. Creek Bank Therapy. What's up, guys? Unlike other channels, if anyone comments about the content that the majority disagree or dislikes, the comments usually gets removed. It can even be done respectfully. Yeah, it can. Like I said, I don't like to delete people's comments just because they disagree with me. I don't like to do that. I think everybody is entitled to their own opinion, and if they disagree, hey, they disagree. The only time I'm ever going to delete your comments is when you verbally get abusive or you are sharing porn sites and whatnot. That's when I'll go ahead and delete it. I'm trying to catch up to some of these comments and stuff, but so if I miss one of your guys' comments and stuff, don't get upset. The shape is in the house. James, let's go ahead and get this started. Let's see. Just for the record, she released a video tonight, and it goes into details. Well, I haven't seen the video, so I'm not going to comment on it. But thanks for letting me know. I'll probably check it out just to see what her side is. Maybe she could explain things better without having someone so biased asking her questions and egging her on to kind of bash these, because, you know, that's what it was. He was basically egging her on to bash all these people. He was asking her straight up questions, but they had talked about it before. We all know how he feels about Omar and all them, so that's basically what it was. Let's see. Yes, his channel is, what is that? Miss Doggie's Lucky Life. He has thought his channel was going to go viral over it. Yeah, you're right. I believe that too. I think he used her, you know, just a few weeks ago. He's sitting there telling everybody she's fake and claiming that he had caught her, you know, faking activity when it was actually someone else who caught her. The Shape caught her months ago. And it wasn't even her. It was the Holly Walkers. But, you know, he was just bashing her just a few weeks ago. And then she turns around and he turns around and invites her on there and apologizes and everything. And yeah, I think he used her just to get her subscribers. He thought, oh, well, you know, she ain't going to lose much, you know, from this whole thing. I'll go ahead and get her subscribers. And guess what? It backfired. You know, he might have gained a few, but he lost a lot. I can guarantee you that. So one of the reasons why. Oh, that's Eric. Yeah, okay. Eric says, Omar, just an hour ago, read an email Patty sent of her apologizing to everyone. That's cool. That's cool. I haven't seen that video either. Of course, someone else is saying that it didn't really seem very apologetic, but, you know, hey, I got to say that, you know, if she did, I guess, you know, I haven't seen the video, so I'm not going to comment on it. But if she did, then, hey, congrats to her. And I hope that they all could work it out. I really do. I still don't like her content, but that's just because I just don't like her style. You know, hopefully she can fix all this, you know. So anyways, let's go ahead and talk about being a professional paranormal investigator. Wow. So, Tommy says, Angry TV has 20 years experiences in the paranormal field and his 15 of 12 years investigating ghosts. Well, yes, he does have 20 years. I mean, those 15 years, they were long 15 years. It was a long 15 years. So I guess you could count 20 years, right? Listen, is there such thing as a professional paranormal investigator? Let's go ahead and talk about that real quick. I'm going to tell you guys right now, no, there is no such thing as a professional paranormal investigator. Yes, you can go to school for parapsychology. Parapsychology revolves around clairvoyant, telepathy style method of investigating. It does not teach you or give you a degree in doing the style of investigating that most of us paranormal investigators do. Most societies that I know do not have mediums working with them. And even when they do, they don't use them all the time. The majority of the time, they actually just use their equipment. They don't really take a medium with them to prove or disprove if there's ghosts there or not. So is Ed and Lorraine Warren, considered professionals? Yes. You know why? Because Lorraine Warren was clairvoyant. She was a medium. She would be able, and they studied parapsychology. She would be able to go into a home and investigate it that way. And Ed used her for that. So yes, that's their style. But like I said, most investigators like us, we don't use mediums when we go and investigate. We want to try to find we don't want to go in there and say that, hey, we're going to bring in a medium. We trust her, but we know you don't know her, but we're going to bring her in here and she's going to tell you what you have and what you don't have. We just don't do that. We have nothing against mediums. We just don't use them. And a lot of paranormal societies don't. So no, there's really no professional. Now, I was talking with a couple of people earlier today, and they had talked about, well, is there such thing as experts? After a certain amount of years, can someone be considered an expert paranormal investigator? Well, I guess so. I guess so. I could put on a cowboy hat and I could go ahead and get me some cowboy boots and I could call myself a cowboy. Am I a cowboy? No. So it doesn't, you could do whatever you want to do, but I guess, the point is there's a fine line, and it really doesn't matter how many years you've been investigating. To me, it matters how many investigations you have done. You could be investigating for 20 years, but if you only average one investigation a year, that's 20 investigations. And I know people out there who's done over 100 investigations in 5 years. Does that mean the person with 20 years under their belt, one investigation a year, has more experience than the person with 5 years? Not to me. And so to me, it doesn't matter about how many years you've been doing it. It matters about how many investigations you've done. That's the way I look at it. Jason Hawes is a good example. Zach Bagans is another example. These guys been out there investigating for, a couple decades, over a couple decades, maybe even a few decades. These guys don't really talk about too much of that. They talk about how many investigations they've done. You hear Zach Bagans talking about, I've done dozens of investigations, and I'm just saying that because, of course, it's more than dozens, but I'm just saying that's basically what he does. He talks about how many he's done in an estimate, and so does Jason Hawes and Grant Wilson. They talk about like that. They don't talk about, I've been in it for 20 years. To me, it doesn't matter how long you've been in it. I don't really care about how long you've been in it. I care about how many you've done. So if you want to come and join our teams and stuff like that, then yeah, I'm going to ask you how many investigations you've done if you say you've had experience. And then I guess after a certain amount of investigations, I guess you could be considered an expert, So I'm going to try to give a shout out to everybody. Raven Eyes is here. What's up, Raven? Robin is here. How you doing, Robin B? Rick DeBonks is here. Truth Paranormal. How you doing, Truth Paranormal? Lab 15 is here. And Jason Haas is awesome. Sinzaberry. Is that how you say it? Is that? Yeah, Sinzaberry. Sinzaberry? I don't know how you say it, but it sounds really freaking cool. Truth Hurts is here. Trying to get everybody. Tommy Valentine. All right, now I got to try to get caught up on some. Yeah, the shape. That shape is here. So trying to see. God, I forgot his freaking name. I'm bad with names, guys. Just to let you know that. But I'm trying to find the boy. Where are you at? I don't know if you're still here. James, are you still here, brother? Let me know if you're still here. Thank you, Robin. We respect you too. I respect everybody's opinion. James, you still here, brother?
Yep.
All right, man. Tell me, dude. We talked about this earlier. What do you think to be considered a specialist in the paranormal field as an investigator? What do you think? Do you think it should be based off of investigations or years? Shelly is asking, not this Shelly, Shelly Mendez. Have you ever used dowsing rods in any of your investigations? No, we have not. The reason why, and I have nothing against them. I just never used them. I don't know if they actually work or not. But we have the vortex down here in Oregon. And from my understanding, it's right on I-5, and it's like where we're at has an effect on that. And so we just don't use it. It will be something that I will try later on and give you guys my honest opinion about it, but it's something that we never use. I will get them, and I will be trying them this spring, and I'll let you guys know what I really think about them. So, and yeah, and Miss Doggy's Lucky Life, yeah, how legit are they? I've never used them, and so I will be getting them soon, and I will be giving you my honest opinion about it. All right. Back roads. To be considered an expert in paranormal, don't you have to know or be able to explain the events of the paranormal? See, that's why I've always said, you know what? That's a very good. I'm glad you said that, Creek Bank. I've always said it. There is nobody, not one person in this world who knows everything about the paranormal. If there was, then we really wouldn't be out there investigating the paranormal to try to find answers. We would already know the answers. But the reason why majority of people who investigate the paranormal, the reason why most of them investigate it is because they're trying to search for answers to better, move the paranormal field further on, So I wouldn't say that there is no expert out there. James says, I'm a mix, to be honest. People do study this and have minimum investigations, and others have more experience in investigations, but not much studying on the subject. Basically, I think what you're saying is it comes down to, versus street smarts and book smarts, people who go out and investigate kind of get the hands-on experience and the training, and then people who study, they get the book experience and the book training, and you're right. There is two different ways that you could do it. But to be honest with you, I think it comes down to this. Here's the bottom line. Shape says, I've never seen this many debunkers in one live stream. True, Shape. Listen, is there anybody out there who knows everything about the paranormal? No, there's not. That's why we investigate. That's why we're out here searching for answers. Some might not like the answers, some might, and you know what? It all depends on, the person, I guess. When it comes to this certain somebody, angry, my mind went blank for a second. Oh man. Yeah, angry Cajun. When it comes to him calling himself a professional, the reply he made to one of the people that commented on the video or last video, he said that he would show them proof of everything he says, but they wouldn't be able to handle it. To me, that's a cop out. To me, that means that you really have no proof. And if you do, you're probably fabricating everything. So, Creek Bank Therapy. Back roads. So are there only investigators? You know what? I think it is perfectly okay to call yourself an experienced investigator. I think that is perfectly okay. I mean, anybody could call themselves whatever they want. It's my opinion that there's not one person in this world that knows everything about the paranormal, okay? We investigate to find those answers. And I think it's fine if anybody wants to call themselves an expert. I think it's fine. Call yourself a professional. Technically, a professional determines on, how you present yourself, too. You want to act professional. Anybody could act professional. Well, not anybody. We've seen Angry Cajun, so I don't see how he could consider himself a professional on anything. But as for, going to an investigation and being considered an expert, I have a hard time believing that there is anybody in this world that's an expert on it. Experienced, yes. I truly believe that there is many experienced investigators out there. But to be called an expert, I've been doing this for 23 years, and I'm not calling myself an expert at all. I think that there is so much more that needs to be learned about the paranormal before we even get into starting to label people, that's how I feel about it. Let's see. Keith says, definition of professional is to be paid as your main income. Experience is another thing entirely. You're right, Keith. Sincerely and honest investigation speaks volume. You are absolutely right. I agree with you. All right, I'm trying to catch up on some of this. Truth Paranormal says that he is a pro at BS. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Keith says, I agree with you totally. Patricia, I never hear of a professional paranormal in 62 years. See, exactly. I don't even, for Angry Cajun to come out and say and claim that he knows, Ed and Lorraine Warren. Hey, look, I met Clyde Drexler one time. If you guys don't know who Clyde Drexler is, he's a former Portland Trailblazer. He was one of the stars for years. I met him one time. I don't know him, but I met him once. Doesn't mean that I know the guy. And I think that's what the situation was with him and Ed and Lorraine Warren. Just because you meet somebody doesn't mean you know them, okay? But even them, they don't claim. I don't think I've ever heard them once say that they were a professional paranormal investigators. I don't think I've ever heard Ed say that one time, let alone Lorraine. I think I've heard them say many times before, well, we've done many investigations, but I've never heard them say that they were professionals. So I don't know. I mean, like you said, in 62 years, you never heard it once. I've never heard it either until I saw this guy's channel. Sunny days. Well said, Backroads. Thank you. All right. Shelly Mendez, have you ever been touched by a ghost? Well, you know what? I can't say if I have or haven't. Recently, I did an investigation at a cemetery. I felt like something poked me. The video is on YouTube. But it's the only video that we have on there of the cemetery. I don't really like to investigate cemeteries just because I think it's a lot of people think that those are the most haunted places, and to me they're not. Just because the bodies are there doesn't mean that the spirits are there. But when I was investigating there, it felt like something came up from behind me and kind of just gave me a poke, and it startled me. I got up, but I had no proof that it was something spiritual, and so I couldn't say it was paranormal. And without proof, I can't say it's paranormal. I'm not one of the channels that goes out there and hears something and or gets a cold draft and say, "Ooh, that's a ghost." You know, I don't say anything's a ghost off of a cold draft. I don't say anything's paranormal off of an EMF detector or a K2 meter jumping up, you know, randomly. I don't say anything's paranormal off of being poked when I'm sitting underneath a tree, and it could have been something like that. Though events later on had me questioning what really happened, and you got to check out the video to go ahead and, you know, find out for everything. But I can't say I have or haven't, honestly. Creek Bank says, as far as paranormal, are these spirits of the former living or demons which may or may not impersonate the deceased? You know what? That's true. We don't know. We do not know. So that's what we're trying to investigate, trying to find these answers for, you know? Hold on. I want to get to James. And Truth Paranormal, yeah, you might be right. I'm just saying that I've never heard Ed call himself a professional. But I will say, even though there might be a video of him saying about himself, I will say it's not something that they came out and, you know, told everybody that they wore that. I mean, out of all the video of Ed, I think, you know, that might, I've never seen that one, but I mean, I believe you, but I just never heard him say that. And if I've never, and I've watched a lot on Ed and Lorraine Warren, and if I've never heard out of everything I've watched, to me, I truly believe it's not something that they did often. But they went to school, got the degree in parapsychology, and that's what they based their investigation method on. That's not what we do, and that's not what most investigators do. So, James, expert is something I don't agree when applying to the paranormal. Experienced investigator, I can agree with. And I agree with you 100%, James. I think experience is perfectly fine. Professional, no, it's not. You know, there is no professional paranormal investigator. Hold on, I'm trying to.
Yeah.
Now, James, yes, you are right. Tony does call himself an expert demonologist. A demonologist, you go to school for, okay? That's something you go to school for. And I've actually known a couple. And, yeah, those guys even call themselves experts. Again, that's still a different style and method of paranormal investigating. How many demonologists do you really see? Certified, you know, gone to school, got the degree, all that stuff, demonologists. Do you really see that is in paranormal investigations? Not that many at all. So, all right, let's see. What's up, Joseph? Tommy Valentine. Real investigators have an EVP, spirit box, and paranormal equipment. The Florida bunch have fishing string, chandelier movers, and wall knockers, and edit software. Like I said, I've never, you know, I've seen some of the videos that certain people have been caught on. Yeah. But I've never really seen, I'm not a debunker. So, you know, like I did a video, I didn't do a video, but I had talked to Rick Debunks not too long ago about one of the debunks he was doing. And I was really trying my hardest to kind of try to get to his level to see if I could figure out something that he was trying to figure out. And at first I thought he was right. And then I was like, no, that can't be. And then we had talked back and forth through email. And, you know, after this whole thing was done and he was able to figure it out, you know, I realized right then that I'm not a debunker. You know, I'm I'm not good at trying to find those things, you know. I'm good with knowledge. I'm good with being able to go into an investigation and do it. I'm good at not being scared. I'm good at telling the truth. I'm good at all these legit things. But being a debunker is just not one. That's why I don't label the channel as a debunking channel, you know. So, all right, let's see. Miss Doggy's Lucky Life, exactly. Education makes you a certified person in certain fields. You are absolutely right. Absolutely right. Let's see. What else did I want to talk about real quick? I think we pretty much got that. And listen, I'm not asking anybody to go to Angry Cajun. I'm going to say the same thing that Omar said and you know, everybody else said. I'm not asking anybody to go to Angry Cajun and make fun of them or, you know, bash them or whatever it might be. I'm not asking anybody to do that. Let the guy be. All right. You know, I think he made his own bed, and I think he's going to lie in it. Though he might lie in it alone or has been for quite some time. I just think that the guy is I think he needs help too. So let's see. Robin. Rick DeBonk says, I realize what it was because of you, though. Well, thank you, brother. I appreciate that. I'm pretty sure I wasn't that much of a help, but I do appreciate that. You know, I know you said that you caught something because I pointed to that area, but I was so far off, man. You know, so I want to get back to Robin real quick and see what she said. I started to watch you Backroads a few weeks ago, and I watched Shape a few months ago. You both treat your viewers with respect. My boyfriend started watching Cajun, and he got really disrespectful. Are you talking about your boyfriend or Cajun getting really disrespectful? Well, either one, not cool. If it's your boyfriend, well, leave his ass. But as for if it's Cajun, I'm not surprised one bit. Cajun has... If someone does not agree with Cajun, he comes out and bashes them. I mean, the live stream he did right after the interview, one of his supporters came out and said, I can't believe you sold out. And he literally said, I didn't sell out, you fucking idiot, you know, you stupid moron. I mean, that's the kind of shit, like, so what, dude? Someone disagrees with you, now you're going to bash them? Man, you really do think you're the shit, don't you? My gosh. See, now you get me all started on him again. World of Mr. Gray is an awesome debunker, too. The Shape and Rick are good at their craft. Yes, they are. Backroads, have you seen anything thrown across a room or door moving? Have I seen anything thrown across the room? No, I haven't.
I have. I had a penny thrown right across the room when I was setting tables on graveyard shift. Yep. My coworker saw it, too. She said it went right at me.
I have seen the door shut on its own. And, yeah, we checked everything out. We tested the door, see if it can move on its own, see if it's just the hinges. You know, we checked in the windows. You know, we did what we could have done to debunk it. But there was no way to debunk it. It moved on its own, and it moved at a speed that just didn't seem natural. So, yes, I have seen a door. No, I have not seen anything fly across the room. And she has, but that was one time, you know.
Just once.
And I've seen a door move once or twice, you know, out of, over 2 decades. Many investigations, dozens of investigations. So, you know. Keith says, Backroad, do you think there's good and bad spirits? If so, are the good ones like guardian angels? Yes, I do believe there's good and bad spirits. I really do believe that. And I wouldn't say that they're necessarily guardian angels, but I guess in some ways they can be looked at that. There's been some cases where the theory of what was revolved around a certain case one time, I'm just going to talk about this one case, and there's many cases like this, but the theory was that there was multiple spirits there, a lot of them bad, and one of the spirits there was trying to protect the children of the home. And so, yes, I do believe that there is good and bad spirits. I do not believe that all spirits are demonic. It goes like this. How do we know that? We've never died and came back to life and had our, days roaming around as a ghost. Go get me the battery real quick. Hold on, guys. I think we just had a camera malfunction.
Where is it?
Plugged in.
Oh, here it is.
Yeah, hold on, guys. You guys can still hear me. I think we just had our camera shut down and the battery just died. Let's find out. All right, I think that was it. Let's see here. Hold on, guys. Nope. All right. Well, we're going to have to go a different route. Let me pull up a different cam. There we go. All right, guys. So it's not a battery malfunction. I don't know what happened, but something happened with my camera. So I'm not really sure what happened, but I'm going to try something here. All right. Can you guys see me?
Ooh, that's a horrible looking.
Yeah, there we go. All right, guys. We're going to have to end this one. I got something going on with my cameras. I don't know what it is. So, tell you what, guys, go ahead. Come on Saturday. We will be here on Saturday with another Saturday, scary ass Saturday night live show. 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Come back. We'll have some more. And maybe share some of you guys' stories. If you guys got any, email us your stories, your paranormal experiences. Email us those stories at backroadhauntingstv or backroadhauntings@gmail.com. Okay? So we will see you guys then. Other than that, as always, much love and respect, everybody. I hope you guys stay safe out there. Okay?
How old are you?
We do not allow you to follow us home.
But I can't say it's paranormal. I need 100% proof.
I just heard footsteps back there in the hallway.
If you want us to leave, turn it back on and we'll go ahead and leave.
I'm close by where he was murdered. It didn't work. I could swear I heard something.
Ooh, caught something right there.
But let me be the first to say this. Faking paranormal activity is not a style nor a form of investigating the paranormal.